All right, guys, the Google August spam update is done. A lot of websites got hit really hard, and they're making the same mistake. So today I'm going to talk about what the changes are. I'm going to give you this awesome checklist to avoid getting dinged in the future and talk about what this means for your content traffic strategy for your website. This is super important. This isn't going anywhere. These constant Google spam updates are going to continue to hurt the people doing this stuff wrong. So I want you to be able to avoid this. Let's dive in and talk about it. All right, so let's just dive into what this means for you if you have a business, if you have a website, if you have clients, whatever the case may be. So who won with this update? Well, focused SaaS and small sites with a few high-value pages built to satisfy real intent, slow and useful beat fast and thin, right? So this is the same case every single time. Websites that are releasing valuable content that focus on intent, that are not spammy, that's not bulk generated, are winning. Who got hit? Sites that scaled with thin, templated, stitched, or bulk published content. Traffic rose with these, and then it dive bombed and never came back, which is how this usually happens. So at the end of this, I'm going to give you a 5-question test to check if your own pages are at risk. So, make sure to stay with me here. So the big idea, Google isn't punishing you for using AI. It's punishing pages people don't want to read. The tool doesn't matter. Okay. You can use AI. The tool doesn't matter. It's how you're using the tool and the end result of the tool. The value of the page and how real visitors behave is what decides if you rise or fall when it comes to Google. So how Google rolled it out, they basically started the launch August 18th, updated officially announced, and then it was done by August 21st. I think they were testing this before because this is such a short period of time, but there was reporting that their traffic was fluctuating a lot more than usual. So usually Google signals the start of any spam updates a few days or a few weeks before. All right, so the losers had one big thing in common. Diving into this a little bit more, programmatic SEO gone wrong. So one site published 500 pages a day, then 1,000 pages a day as the database grew. Never a bulk upload, but to Google, gradual but huge is still bulk, right? People are arguing like, only did a couple, every hour or whatever the case would be. This is still a bulk upload. This is a huge upload of pages. So usually they'll rank for a couple of months and the whole sections vanish. They'll get de-indexed. Pattern B, which we saw get hit, was stitched combined content. So it was your own data, not stolen, but combining or stitching content from many sources without adding value is a named spam policy. AI is often used to do exactly this at scale. And then pattern C was scaled affiliate listicles. So best X wallet, best Y wallet, best Z wallet, endlessly. A tutorial site fell from millions of clicks a month to tens of thousands as its page count climbed and traffic dropped lockstep. So you got to be careful with this type of scaled content as well. Again, you're not adding a lot of value here. The bulk upload mass. So whenever you upload 1,000 pages at 3 a.m. or drip them over a day, Google sees the same thing as a sudden flood of near identical low value URLs from a site with little authority. So gradual publishing is safe. Volume plus low value, the flag. New site plus fast content equals Google assumes spam first, asks later. The nuance most creators miss: Google can't reliably detect this is AI, right? This is kind of a big one here. Instead, it assigns a temporary quality score based on sites that look similar, ranks you for a while, then watches human behavior. High bounce plus short time on page from search equals demote. So AI content at scale is not automatically abused. The killer isn't the tool, it's the user signals. So good UX plus real value equals the same content can survive long term. All right, so here is the kind of checks and balances you can do and kind of score your content, or just kind of ask yourself these questions. Could a reader get this exact info faster somewhere else? If yes, you add nothing. Again, adding value to the end user, non-commodity based content is important. Is there original data, a real photo, first-hand test, a unique take on the page? Was this page made because a person searches for it, or because a template could just spit it out? Do visitors from Google stay and act, or bounce back to the results? Pogo stick. They come and then they leave right away. This isn't a good sign at all. Does the page load fast and let people reach the answer without wading through filler? People kind of default, like, just because you have, just because an article is, a couple of thousand words doesn't mean that it's a good thing, right? Filler, junk inside there, it's taking away from the value of the article and the answer that people want to get. So you get 1 point for all of these. You can kind of score these out and kind of see where you land on your content. You should always be asking yourself these things when you're creating content, and then you're going to avoid future spam dings and spam updates. So one thing that I'm doing right now with my content is, yes, I'm using AI, but I'm embedding my brand assets, information, case studies, knowledge bases to make sure that content is non-commodity based content. I'm also doing variable based content. So inside Arvow, you can do this really, really effectively. You can do non-commodity based variable content. So if we go into articles here and we go generate a new article, you can basically do an SEO article on whatever you want. But the cool thing about this is you can make this branded to your brand assets. So you can go in and you can brand this. You can add in all of the bells and whistles of your article. So I can go in here and basically in my template, I can set up this with my own knowledge base, website, case studies, whatever knowledge I want to give it to include in my articles. I can structure it. I can link my sitemap so it links everything together. I can give it my own images, right? Unique images. You can have it generate it for you, or you can give it your own. I can attach a relevant YouTube video, whether it's my own or someone else's. So you can brand this with your own branded assets. But also you can create templates, article templates, to make amazing articles that's going to be your own data, your own information. So I can create a template. So you can do a new template here. You can do a custom article template and basically give it a generation prompt, give it a markdown outline, and then be able to create this template that I can use over and over and over again, which is really, really effective. Here are some ones that we've done. Here's one for real estate that we've done. Here's the generation prompt and the markdown outline. But once you create this template, you can then create articles based on the template. So here's one for real estate. So I created the template, so now I just enter a year and a topic, and these are going to be my own variables to create the article. So this one, basically you give it a topic, the market, first-hand pattern, common mistake, insider advice. So these are very specific variables. You can do this wherever you want. So I have a lot of these done, and they'll create unique articles every time, even if you're using the exact same template. You can change out the variables and create amazing articles that are unique to you and your business. So here's one we did on like protein powders. We added in the 18%, and then it created this amazing article. And if you open this up, you can see it includes the back-end technical SEO, which is important as well, right? To not get flagged. All text, H2s, H3s, to get indexed. So that's important as well. You want to make sure that you're doing that. And all these articles that you create, whether it's an SEO article, a news article, or a template REO variable article, is going to have the back-end technical SEO, which is really important. The other thing that's cool is you can optimize your entire website from a technical SEO standpoint, because this is important too. It sends flags to Google and AI to make sure that your website is legit. You want to make sure that you're not missing anything, that from a technical standpoint is buttoned up. So you can run an entire audit and automatically fix your entire website from a technical SEO standpoint. It'll tell you what you have, what it should be. It'll tell you why it should be that way, and then you can apply the change. And you can mass do this too. I can click all these and apply it at once too. Really cool. There's a backlink pool you can put in your website. You can get, when you create content, it'll pull that pool and add in relevant backlinks to your content, to other people's content. So that works really well. There's an LLM brand monitor. You can monitor your performance across LLMs, your sentiment, how you're showing up. So that's super helpful. There's a site. You can analyze any domain site for traffic, your own or other ones, your pages, your traffic, backlinks. And then they just added, you can review your Google, or you can add your Google business profile, and you can do posts within here to your Google business profile. You can also automate review replies to anyone leaving reviews. You can automate replies to your Google business profile. Two things from a local SEO standpoint that will significantly improve your ranking and how you're perceived with Google and AIs. So you got to make sure that your Google business profile is buttoned up. So all these things in tandem will definitely help you and avoid future spam dings, and also help you scale your traffic, scale your backlinks, all the things that you want to get at the end of the day. So hopefully it helps you guys out. Check out this other SEO video. There's links to Arvow below. I'll be back soon with some more good stuff for you guys.